This video will introduce you to top 5 facts about Apple. Before we get into the subject, please like this video and subscribe to our channel for more content. It can be argued that no consumer electronics company has captured the public's fascination the way Apple has. Over the years, it has morphed into more than just a company or corporation, but for many it has become a representation of a lifestyle or culture, and a status symbol complete with a larger fan base than most pop stars. Here at Mashable, we're also quite fascinated by Apple and its achievements. The company is known just as much for its veil of secrecy and ability to get the internet buzzing with rumors, as it is for the actual products. You're probably in on the gossip, but there are likely a few things you don't know about Apple. It's no secret that Apple is one of the world's largest tech corporations in the world. What might blow your mind, though, is that it has more cash on hand than the world's most powerful government. In fact, as Forbes reported, there were times when Apple had twice as much cash as the US government. Here is the list of top 5 facts about Apple. Let's start. Number 5. The name Macintosh was inspired by an apple. It's often cited that the Apple Lisa was named after Steve Jobs' daughter, but where did the name Macintosh come from? Apple employee Jeff Raskin is responsible for coining the machine after his favorite variety of apple, smartly tying the whole fruit theme together. Macintosh was just a code name, and Steve Jobs is said to have tried to change the project's name to Bicycle, while the Macintosh-loving staffer was out of office. But Raskin clearly knew a good name when he coined it, as Macintosh just had too much staying power and stuck right to the end of the product cycle. Number 4. Apple invented the Dogcow. Ever heard of Dogcow? Early Apple users probably have, as she was included in the Cairo font as part of the original Macintosh. After the Cairo font was discontinued, Dogcow lived on with LaserWriter Driver 4.0 and then became a sort of mascot for the Apple tech staff. Designed by Susan Kerr, Clarice Dogcow's given name makes it moof sound and was found on all versions of the Mac operating system until OS X. In the late 1980s, she surged in popularity and started to be used by other developer groups. Even Microsoft once used Dogcow in an advertisement. As you could guess, Apple was none too fond of this, and the tech staff decided to write a technical note to stop the misuse. Later on, Technical Note number 31 was included on the first Apple developer CDs as an Easter egg, and Apple even registered trademarks for both Clarice the Dogcow and her moof sound. Number 3. The Apple I cost $666. The high prices of Apple's current computers have recently been among critics' biggest complaints. But historically speaking, Apple products have always boasted a higher price tag. In fact, when you account for inflation, back in the day, the very first Apple computer would have been more expensive than the MacBook Air or even a 17-inch MacBook Pro today. The Apple I wasn't priced at $666, but rather for more practical reasons. As Steve Wozniak once explained at a news conference, "I was into repeating digits," he said, and explained that the wholesale cost to stores was $500, and adding a third to get the retail price made it around. Number 2. Wozniak sold his scientific calculator to raise capital. In order to raise enough money to buy parts and build the first few orders of the Apple I, Steve Jobs sold his Volkswagen van, and Wozniak, then an HP employee, sold his Hewlett-Packard 65 scientific calculator for $500. Those born after 1990 might be surprised that a mere calculator would raise any kind of capital, but back in 1976, a scientific calculator will cost as much as a laptop, back in the day, and the HP 65 was in fact marketed as the smallest programmable computer ever. Woz got a decent price considering it retailed for $795, and we imagine any calculator in his possession would have been more than fairly well used. We wonder if the buyer knew he was getting a piece of computing history. Just imagine how much that calculator would fetch on eBay today. Number 1. The first Apple logo featured Isaac Newton. Although the now retro rainbow logo is arguably Apple's most well-known, the very first Apple logo featured Sir Isaac Newton sitting under a tree, with an apple about to hit his head. The Newton logo was designed by the lesser-known Apple founder Ronald Wayne, the guy who sold his stake to Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak for $800 ouch, and was only used briefly in 1976, since its high level of detail didn't really show up that well when shrunk down and stuck on a product. The rainbow apple, designed by Rob Janoff, replaced Sir Isaac and remained the symbol of the company for many years until the simpler monochromatic Apple logo was introduced in 1998. So this is our video for today. If you like our video, don't forget to subscribe to our channel or hit the bell icon. We will meet again with another interesting topic. Till then, stay safe and stay happy.